in the corner.
Get my head.
Your neck. Anyways.
Hello guys, this is Benny's channel. Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Kado Roshan, aka Daddy Lucky, aka Daddy Long Leg, aka Barbecue Ball, aka I could have been a pig, and it's African. And this is another video. What's the video about?
First of all, introduce Susan and
Oh yes, this is Susan and
Eva.
this specimen over here. And Eva.
This is one. And yes, that's all.
I don't know what it is.
It's me too. She's in my hair. Okay, so then Susan is going to interview, well, not really to just ask Roshan some questions.
Asking guys or guys?
A guy.
Okay. A guy questions about
Life.
life, about general things. Relationship, Donald Trump, racism, economic disparity, the wage gap. We'll then get into climate change.
Why can't we get to like 12 a.m.?
Yeah.
Question number one.
What are your pet peeves?
After listing all these things.
Damn. You just went up and it just went down.
So what are your pet peeves?
Pet peeves in what?
Like a relationship, like if you were with somebody, what things would set you off?
Like if I'm talking to what, like at what stage are we in a relationship? Are we just talking?
How do you what do you want to interpret it as? Like, what about a person, a human being, that you're well, in this scenario, interested in, would trigger or like irritate you? So a pet peeve, just about the person in general. So like behavior wise.
Oh, there's something that happened to me recently.
Story time.
So I hate when I'm talking to a girl and she automatically thinks I just want.
Yeah.
If I want, I'm going to ask you straight up. You are going to bleed. There are going to be a lot of edits here, a lot of clips, a lot of cuts. You walk today.
Anyways, okay.
If I'm talking to you and I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and yes, I might be a little bit flirtatious, that doesn't mean I want to. If I want to, I'll ask you to. As simple as that. Please stop jumping to conclusions.
Are you talking to a specific person here? Because it's
Look,
like,
at this point,
whoever you
I'm
want
talking
out
to
there.
specific people.
He's here to clear his name and his to make it.
Cause I will tell you.
We got it. The
Put that on a t-shirt.
Look. Woo! That's an idea right there.
Merch?
Merch in the description box down below. Anyways.
So next question then.
Do you have a preference, or have you ever had a preference for
Either
lighter skinned or darker skinned girls?
Recently, no. Like, when I say recently, I'm talking about like a few months ago. I would say that I've been on the bandwagon of like preferring light skins to darker skins. But I don't think like, as like I told you, it wasn't because like it was a trend. It was just because I grew up in a household where my mom was light skinned, or would be considered light skinned, or I would consider light skinned. My sister is considered light skinned to me, and that's what I was used to.
So this, your standard of beauty was just naturally.
Exactly.
Did you, I have a question, just like to clear up your name. Did you like actively avoid
No.
darker skinned girls?
No.
Or did you just find yourself
more attractive?
I just found myself more attracted to light skinned girls. But recently,
You had it here first.
Roshan is no longer a colorist.
He's no longer a colorist reformed.
Anyway,
yeah.
so I have a question often, like based on what you just like asked.
Mhm.
What do you think about guys who have a preference for like lighter skin, and like girls, but then put down the darker skin ones, like the colorist ones, and just use preference as an excuse basically to mask?
If you notice, it's a trend for younger people who haven't had experience. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you haven't had experience, if you haven't like talked, if you haven't been out per se, and you're just like, oh my, all my boys like light-skinned girls, blah 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 blah. So that's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I understand because you don't have experience. You're young, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you grow,
What
when you
about
grow
grown
experience.
men? Because some grown men.
Yeah, but then that's when it's like, okay, I've been through, like, I won't say been through light skin, but I've had experience with light skin girls, I've had experience with dark skin girls, I've had experience with Asians, whites, whatever, and that is my preference now. But then, if you go, but going off your question, if you then put down, if you're into light skin girls and then you know at the same time are putting down dark skin girls intentionally to hurt them, then you're still a child. Like you're
Childish.
what are you doing?
Grow up.
Exactly. Just grow up. How you doing?
Well, alright, that's all. Because I feel like some people here. Never mind. Okay,
Speak your mind. You can't let him.
Go ahead.
I've come to learn a lot in the past like few weeks about the people that I call my friends, because you think you know a person until you ask them a question and then you hear their opinion on the question and you're just like, I
Is this
do
happening?
not need to know that. No!
Common denominator here.
I'm just like
No, I'm just saying it's something that I've just come to accept that everybody has different opinions and some people just.
So do you agree on what like I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense. I agree what you're saying and it's like it's fair and it makes sense.
The question is, what is your definition of putting down?
Well,
Another-
insulting.
Yeah.
Calling people unnecessary names, people that you don't even know, and like saying that you wouldn't be attracted to them, blah blah blah, and like on Twitter. I'm just gonna call Twitter out for a quick second. There's men who will literally go under like a girl's post and just like tweet the most vile things, and it's like the girl wouldn't be interested in you in the first place, right? So like they just feel this what is the word?
Men have audacity, yo. Men actually
Right.
have audacity.
Like when like people calling certain like celebrities who are like of darker skin, like Ari Lennox, and people
Yeah, they compare it to a
comparing her to
Rottweiler.
etc.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And when you look at like the women that are usually victims of these like insults,
It's the darkest.
it's usually darker skinned women, right? And it's these men just saying like they
Yeah.
wouldn't
Wait,
be
but hold up now, hold up.
It was
Light
her
skins
and
be getting
Tiana Taylor.
light skins be getting shades too.
No, we're not saying that they're not
They
getting
don't.
shit, but like they've been
the person
the preferred, like
Tone.
for a really long time. And it's if light skinned people, they usually if they get picked on, I think mostly it's by like
Their attitude.
that's like no one is coming for you for your
things that you have no
features.
control.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, how are you gonna come up for somebody's nose or like some like features that they can't really do anything for? But then the lighter skin one is just like, oh, she's like bitchy, or she's all like, it's just, or like the hair, for example, they'll be like, oh, they prefer the lighter skin because
Right,
their
good hair.
Yeah, good hair.
The term.
Like the whole Chris Brown thing.
Okay, now the reason why I asked that question, what is considered
But
bashing dark skin girls, is because in my friend group, I've literally never experienced somebody bashing a dark skin. And I know my friends, not most of them, but some of them prefer light skin. They actually like, even without even them telling me, I know that they prefer light skin. And some of them tell me like I prefer light skin. But I've never seen, like, I'm not on Twitter, by the way, so I wouldn't like know what you're talking about. But I've never seen a dark skinned girl get bashed for her tone.
Well, you're like.
Well, you're lucky because you don't have that experience. I don't either, because I don't interact with humans.
Yes.
But
Same. Same, to be honest.
But it
There's some
happens,
people that
right?
go through it every day. Like Ari Lennox and Tiana Taylor were just minding their business, and this
And Serena Williams
nonsense
being
and
called
Serena, yeah,
manly
like
or
manly and all
Okay.
that.
etc.,
They're just
etc.
minding their
But these
business.
are just like well-known people.
And
that
you know what
they use as
happens?
examples.
She like they called her man and manly for years, and then when she married a white guy, they're now turning on her and being like, oh,
They
why
call
would
me
she?
white man's her.
Yeah.
See, but the thing about it is that there's a difference between people that like actually bash people and then people that are clout chasing. Cause everybody knows Tiana Taylor, Ari Lennox.
But like it's not everybody that has.
I really don't believe that there's anybody who doesn't think that Tiana Taylor or Ari Lennox is sexy as fuck.
Wow, listen,
There
people
are-
have different
there's-
tastes.
I honestly
Some,
don't.
or they're just being pretentious and,
Yeah.
as you said, clout chasing.
But it's just not like it doesn't matter whether it's cloud chasing or it's like they're genuine. It's just
At the end of
not
the day,
something
the
that should be
bottom
said.
line-
And it's always the dark skinned men that be coming for the dark skinned woman. Like, hold on, turn around and look at your mama. Is she not black?
Look at yourself.
Look at
You
your
sound like your
aunties.
mom.
Look at your aunties. Like I don't understand. Who did I lie? It's always these people. And it's like the fat man on Twitter that will now come for Lizzo and call her
Right.
fat.
Like, are you not fat yourself?
I don't understand. Men have chest, yo, in things they shouldn't even have chest for. Yes, I'm looking at you. Your whole gender needs to check itself.
Look, all I'm saying is that I'm all for one.
Oh my
You know.
Yes.
Damn.
Now we're talking about abortion.
Oh my god.
I don't think this is something. I don't think.
Go ahead.
Rochelle
You-
doesn't
you
have
think-
any input on that.
Do you think men should have a
Abortion?
opinion about abortion?
It's not funny, but it's
Okay.
not funny.
So I went to like we had a conversation about this, right?
Okay, so yes or no, but okay.
Let him explain himself first.
We had a conversation about this, and I agreed with what the guy said. He was like, a guy, it depends on what the girl says. If a guy is going to have an opinion on whether or not, or an opinion on abortion generally, then he should have. But if you say no, and you go ahead and have that baby, then don't involve the man at all. Don't invite since you left him out of the decision. So now leave him out of the
The rest of the process.
well-being of
I
the
think-
child.
The law should decide that.
Yeah, but the law is towards you guys though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why,
But
Yeah,
here's
but
the
what I
thing,
said
right?
doesn't make sense.
Okay, so he should obviously have an input if
It takes
like it
two.
depends.
Remember that it takes
Yeah.
two. For a natural process, it takes two to make a baby.
So you think yes, you should have a voice to say what your opinion
What
is
it
and
is.
state it.
Okay,
at
now
least.
let me clear my name. The girl should have a final decision,
Yeah.
but a guy should have somewhat of an input on
Mhm.
what should happen. Whether you
Listen to it.
listen to it or not,
That's your
Guys'
business.
business. But if you get pregnant, you're like, okay, I'm gonna have the baby, blah 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 blah. And then the guy was like, I'm sorry, I can't I feel like you should abort the baby. And you're like, nah, I'm gonna have the baby, and best believe I'm gonna slap you with child support. Like I'm lawyers, everything. I like
You don't think it's fair?
it's not fair. Because you're forcing someone to do something. Wear protection though.
you're enjoying.
Wear protection.
Stop.
Wear protection.
That's all, I guess. I don't know if I
Yeah.
necessarily agree with it. I
What
feel
don't
like-
you agree with?
No, I agree that the guy should get an input. Like he should at least have a voice to say what he, what his opinion is. But then at the end of the day, if the girl wants to go ahead and have the baby,
Yep.
then he should be, because the baby is his baby too. And if the person isn't able to take care, the child has nothing to do with this. The child didn't choose this.
Yeah.
So the child should receive support on both ends.
Yeah.
Like the child shouldn't have to suffer for.
Okay, now don't get me wrong. I believe that every single dad should be in their child's life, no matter what. Right? But then again, if a guy chooses to say, I'm not ready for this, I wouldn't support it, but I would understand it.
Okay, that's a fair point.
Be in your child's life.
That's what
don't.
I said. It's
Be in your child's life.
option.
Because I know a couple of youths out there.
I honestly think
He took up his
The
glasses.
short stuff. The short stuff. Don't start calling people out here, please.
I don't know anybody's
This
name.
is not the type of
Please,
channel
I'm sorry, I
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
anybody's name.
Stop naming.
I don't know anybody's name. I just took out my glasses. Anyways, as the
That's
end of
the end of the video. We've been speaking for hours.
My Instagram will be right here.
on Susan's
If any
face.
girls wants to slide my DMs, I'm free. But you can only slide on Sundays and Mondays.
Wait,
so
why are you giving schedules?
is it your schedule? Is it your schedule?
Sorry.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
After hours.